Ladies and gentlemen, a very happy Tierney Tuesday. Keith here from Commander Hoops. If this is your first time coming across the channel, please click that like and subscribe button below. Will be appreciated. So, a player definitely in the door. Kieran Tierney has returned to his childhood club. After 6 years away from Celtic, he played 170 times for the Hoops, 10 trophies. He's back for another crack. A 5-year deal. He'd be wearing the number 63 shirt again. Like the old days, like the days when he made his debut at Dens Park to replace Emilio Izaguirre, that famous white night kit, and it was just history it was from there. A guy that played from Celtic from the age of 7 up to 21 years of age. Now he's 28. He's had the experience of being away, playing for Arsenal Football Club, who are a terrific club. You know, he had that experience over in Spain, playing for Real Sociedad, and he hasn't had a lot of injuries recently. Yes, he did withdraw from the Scotland squad for the friendly against Liechtenstein, but he's back at Celtic, and we can get him to the level he once was. Fitness wise, he played 13 games for Arsenal since January. We're going to have a player on our hands, and we all know the potential of Kieran Tierney. Best left back in Scotland he will be. Mark my words, because Arsenal fans were absolutely snapping he left the club on a free. You know, he scored in his farewell game against Southampton and St Mary's, and Brendan Rodgers will be delighted to have him back. He's been in constant touch with the manager over the years, and he said he's privileged to wear the shirt again, to get this opportunity. And look, at being a childhood Celtic fan, it's going to go another level for him. And look, at the younger base are going to be delighted to have him back. Some fans are still sceptic about him coming back because his injury record over the years, and all you can do is prove the critics wrong. I understand we need to go out there and get another left back, because Greg Taylor is on the verge of signing for Greek side PAC, who finished third in the Greek league last season. And look, he played over 200 games for Celtic, signed on in 2019 to replace Tierney, and we'll wish him the very best, Taylor. I wish him the best. The door was open for him to sign a new contract with Celtic, but the reports in Greece over the last couple of days is he's on the verge of signing a 3-year deal with them. And he's going to be flying from Dubai to Greece to Athens to get that deal done. And I wish him the best. I wish him the very best on his pursuit in Greek football and for his family as well. But let's talk about a guy that we has been on Celtic's radar for the last 2 days. A guy called Callum Osmand. He's 19 years of age. He's played for Wales under 17s, and he's a Fulham Academy player who played in the Premier League too, which is the equivalent of the Youth Premier League. And he's a guy that has, in 17 games, 10 goals and 4 assists in there. So there's contributions there. He was nominated for the Premier League 2 Player of the Season as well. And this is the guy who wouldn't sign a new deal with Fulham. His contract is up next week, and Celtic have agreed terms with Fulham, a compensation fee, an academy compensation fee to sign Callum Osmand. Remember the last time we signed a player from Fulham under Brendan Rodgers' regime? Moussa Dembele. Remember Moussa Dembele? We all know quite well. So I'm excited about this young prospect coming in. Obviously we have Adam Ida there, we have Johnny Kenny, and we have young Callum Osmand. Is it just a like replacement for Daniel Cummins? Time will come regards to this guy. Look, he's 5'9". He knows where the goals is. He's got a hat-trick against Tottenham last season as well. And there's goals in there. And what I've heard from Fulham fans, of a close source as well in Fulham, that they're raging that he's gone. He has so much potential. So, exciting times. Anthony Joseph, there as you see on the screen, confirmed that he has completed his medical, and it's just down to getting the fee over the line for the remaining of his contract at Fulham, which is up in literally a week's time. We have been looking at a winger as well in the Belgian Super League, which is a guy called Nilson Angulo. Now, he's an Ecuadorian left winger. He's played 21 times this season, 4 goals in there as well, and he's been capped for his country 3 times in senior level. Reports from Belgium that we have put a bid in and they've rejected it, and we're going to go back in for an approved bid. Looking at transfer market, just under 2 million. This is a guy, 21 years of age. You know, he's been at Anderlecht for the last 3 years. There's potential there, and we all know the Belgium league is a decent league. So we're trying to get in ammunition on the left flank, as we know Jota is out for the next 8 months. So if we can strengthen them wing positions, it would be ideal. That's the situation in regards to that. We were looking at a defensive midfielder who was playing for Rio Ave on loan from Besiktas. His name is Demir Tiknas. Now, Demir Tiknas played 28 games last season for Rio Ave in the Portuguese league. And there's been reports that Celtic were interested in getting him. Rio Ave were going to sign him for around 5 million. Celtic were looking to hijack the deal and get him for a higher fee. But the reports in Turkey is that Celtic have pulled out of the pursuit for this guy. He was only 20 years of age. He's 6'3" as well, and he kind of reminds me of Beaton a bit. I know Beaton obviously Israeli, really good at interceptions, tall, good passer, quite good with his feet as well, quick pace, kind of Rogic Beaton in there. I know that's mad comparisons for what I've seen on YouTube, the usual malarkey. You go on YouTube and check these players out, but there's been no more pursuit from Celtic over the last couple of days. So we are on the verge as well, signing a defender from Scottish football, a young player called Isaac English, 17 years of age, plays for Greenock Morton, and reportedly that we're going to sign him for 50 grand. I don't know much about this player, to be honest. I've tried to look up about him and there's nothing really going on. He's been mostly playing for the 18s of Greenock Morton. So 50 grand. Obviously the scouts have been looking at this guy. I don't know if he's a centre back or he's a left back. There's not much detail online about him. I'm just saying that Celtic are going to sign this guy for 50 grand, Isaac English, and that's really it. That's really it regards to him. Regards to getting another striker in the door, Kavistagaard, which we've talked time upon time on this channel about, the guy from Denmark, 23 years of age. You know, he's 23 goals this season, contributions in there as well. There's been reports that Eintracht Frankfurt have been interested, West Ham were interested recently, now Lazio are in the race, but reports coming from different sources that Celtic have withdrawn their interest in scouting Kavistagaard and signing Kavistagaard because the valuation is meant to be too high. They're looking for around £30 million for Kavistagaard and Brombier. So we'll have to keep going out in the market. Yes, Callum Osmand's good to add to the attack, but this is a guy that hasn't really played senior football for Fulham. So I would like us to see how we can go actually get an established striker from a different league. But time will tell. Will Brendan Rodgers get the money that he wants to go out and strengthen the market? We have the Fringpaw money that just have to come in, which is below £6 million because he signed to Liverpool from Bayern Leverkusen. Will we see Matt O'Reilly go from Brighton to Everton? That will be another sell-on clause for Celtic as well. Time will tell, folks. So do subscribe to the channel. I'll speak to you all soon. Hell.